I'm very excited to be here on Market Birthday. It's my favorite time of the year, the spring, and coming back to Market, it's a great way to spend a Saturday morning, and for those who it's first time, it's going to be a great time here at the Market. One little trick for Market, come early. A lot of the good stuff is gone by 10 o'clock, so get here at 8:30, walk around and pick what you want. Some of the regulars will come at 8:15 and pick which stand to be at, so when bell rings at 8:30, they're ready to get the item they want. But we are showcasing some of the spring highlights today, and one item that Lauren missed mention that is one of my favorites is ramps. And we're not gonna demo the pickled ramps, but on the back I added a recipe for pickled ramps. This week and next week will probably be the last time you'll see ramps at Market. They're a wild item. You have to actually go out and forage for them. You can't plant them, and these came from Abundant Harvest, which is right behind us here. So it's a nice item to have at spring. It has that wonderful garlicky flavor to it, and when you pickle them, they'll last much longer. So we're going to garnish our dish. Before we get started, we are going to do a duck egg here today. And when I talked to Lauren about doing a poached duck egg, she was a little concerned, but I said it's something easy to make, and if you know how to do it in a simple way, it becomes easier. We were going to fry it, but we don't have any juice in the machine to go frying, so we're going to adjust slightly. For the tasting portion, you're going to get to try a scrambled duck egg, so at least you get to see the flavor of the egg, which are being purchased from a new vendor this year, Moonsong Farms, which are up in the corner beside the jams, and they're really wonderful. We actually put this on our menu at the Hyatt Regency at our Sway restaurant, which is called Sway because it's called a Southern Way. So we're trying to use Southern ingredients and Southern influences in our food there. So we're excited to showcase that. You'll get to try the scrambled, but I'm going to show how to poach the egg. And it's really simple. When you're getting a poached egg, the key is to have a deep pan. So get your pan on hot with your water, and you're just adding white vinegar. Add enough white vinegar just to taste it. You don't want it to be overly vinegary, or else your egg will start tasting like vinegar. One trick that I like to use, and especially duck eggs, the shell is much stronger than a regular egg that you find from a chicken egg. You actually need to hit off a metal corner, or else you're not going to be able to crack it. So when I do a little crack, and you can see it's pretty hard to do, but I always do it into a cup. You can see it's a pretty strong shell. But when you do it into the cup, for two reasons. Even if you're doing a scrambled egg, you should do it in the cup. Often you'll find some eggs have a little bit of blood inside them. You want to discard them and put them aside. If you're cracking all the eggs into one bowl and then one goes in blood, you're kind of ruined all your eggs. So crack them separately and then put them in. But the nice thing about doing a poached egg when they're in a cup, it's easier to get over your bowl and put it in. So I've had this on now for a while. It's getting nice and hot. You don't want it to boil. You want it to be at a small simmer. And then doing a little stir. What's nice about the stir is the vinegar helps to coagulate the egg white. So what happens when you're cooking an egg, the egg white will coagulate or start to cook before the yolk will. So what you do is you stir it, and when you pour your egg in, it keeps it together in a nice ball. So we're doing a small little stir, not overly fast. You just want a small little stir. We're going to pour it in, and it's going to start forming inside there. I'm going to do 2. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to garnish our salad with this beautiful poached duck egg. And while that's going on, I'm going to get the salad made. And then John, who's here to help me, he's going to scramble the egg for the tasting. But we're going to talk about the actual salad itself. I love spring vegetables, and I like to do it very light. We want to let the food speak for itself. The food here at the market is so fresh. Often these farmers are picking it the day before, or even on Thursday. So you can see these beautiful hakuri turnips. These are coming from, where were they coming today? Oh, McMullen, which is down here in the corner. You see throughout the market, you really have to walk around to see who has what product what day. But I just take the top of them off, and I'm just going to shave them. I don't want to overly cook them. I'm not going to mar them much. I got the carrots, some beautiful radish, 2 different types, and I'm just going to shave them. For those who've been at the market for a while, they'll know that Due South have started doing beautiful relishes and mustards, which are really wonderful. They're actually not just good for relishes, they're really good as a dressing. And I'm going to use them as the dressing for the salad today. So really what I'm doing is I'm just shaving beautiful radishes. This is a turnip, which is really nice raw, has a wonderful flavor. And when I get this low, I'll go a little slower. If you're at home, I'd advise you to use a glove. Your plastic glove will actually stop it from cutting you. I've been doing it for a little while, so I don't use the glove. You can see it's just a wonderful little salad that we're going to do. And I love the flowers. The flowers really add an item to it. It really adds a beautiful presentation, but the flavor are really wonderful. And I love what Lauren said about the wisteria flower and the black lotus flowers. Putting them into an infused water is really very unique and different and very much a southern way of doing it. And just really light. So John, you can go ahead and start. What I love about eggs when you're doing eggs, and today we're doing a poached and we're going to do a scrambled, you don't want to overcook them. Have them nice and light and fluffy, and even a little bit of liquid left is just a really nice way to do it. When you start eating an egg that's overly scrambled, no one really wants to be eating that. It's starting to get rubbery and has no flavor left in it. So he's going to get going. Just pour it right in, John. So this is a nice quick salad. What's nice, this is enough for the show here. I'm going to take this relish and just pour it right in. I'm going to let it marinate. The Deuce Out and Nick Melvin, he does a really great job with the product. His mustards are wonderful too. If you use his mustards to marinate any meats in it, it comes out really nice. So I'm just going to let this sit here for a second and get all that flavor in. I actually put a very similar dish on the menu at the Hyatt this past week for the spring. We're doing a deep fried poached duck egg, and in the recipe it shows you how to do that. But after you take the duck egg out of the poached, you're going to shock it in water, and then you're just going to batter it like you were doing fried chicken. A buttermilk, a flour, a buttermilk and a flour, and then deep frying it. So it's crispy on the outside, and when you cut into it, it just runs out onto the dish, and it's really wonderful. That looks nice, John. So the arugula, last week there was, if anyone was here, there was a wasabi arugula, and it had a wonderful kick to it. It was really, really nice. So you can see this is a very spring salad. The relish is just coating all of the vegetables, it's coating the arugula. And I love the arugula you get at the market compared to what you buy at the store. It has a really nice peppery flavor. You can really tell the difference between a local arugula and ones that you're buying from the stores. You have the salt there, Sean? Yes. I'm going to take a touch of salt. Don't need black pepper for this dish. And then we're going to go right into the bowl. And hopefully the egg will be ready very soon. We'll take these beautiful flowers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pass the flowers back onto the back, and they're going to put them on the tasting plates. Some onto the tasting plate. And then while we're waiting, we're going to check our egg. Looks beautiful, right? Very colorful. And you can see the beautiful shape of the egg was very, very simple. And if I take this, we'll check the other one. Very nice. We'll do a little black pepper on it. And one of my favorite items, what's really nice about the pickled ramps, you can leave them for a few weeks. They have a beautiful color. You can actually take the ramps and take the greens off and pickle the bottom, and then use the greens. I chop them up and I'll put them into a salad, or I'll just garnish it like this. In the back, it'll tell you exactly on your recipe exactly how to make these pickled ramps. So it's a really wonderful sweet flavor to it. If I was doing it with the fried egg, which I done some earlier. Okay, John, you can start plating up. You would just take these, dip them in the buttermilk. The buttermilk is from Banner Butter. They do a wonderful job. You just coat them one more time. Dip them again. And then they would be ready to go right in the fryer just like that. Your fryer, you want to be at 350 degrees. You can buy wonderful thermometers at Bed Bath & Beyond that'll sit right into the oil. You can have on, or if you have an electric fryer at home, that is the safest way to really prepare that dish. But you can see the final item here, the beautiful radish salad, the arugula, the poached egg. And when you take the fork, and you can see, you would cut into it, and that yolk would just run right into your salad. Any questions? I used a red pepper relish. It's a really wonderful, I like this one the best. It has a sweet flavor, but also has a bit of heat to it. Any other questions? Pretty easy. They're plating up right now in the back. It's a wonderful spring salad. All the items are here today at the market. On your sheet, it tells you exactly which farmers to get them from. If you have any questions, come on up, but they'll be passing out the tasting any second now. That's it. Thank you.